Welcome to Triumphant Over Trauma, where resilience reigns and women rewrite their stories of victory after trauma. I'm Gina, your guide on this empowering journey. With a mission to help women overcome trauma, I'm here to inspire you to cultivate a positive mindset, embrace self-love, and find peace. Join me as we celebrate strength, reclaim power, and triumph over adversity together. Welcome. Before we begin, I'd like to invite you to arrive not at the destination you're working toward, but at the place where every meaningful journey begins. This moment. Take one slow breath in and gently let it go. Take one slow breath in and again, gently let it go. Allow yourself to settle. Now imagine standing at the base of a quiet mountain trail just as the sun begins to rise. The morning air is cool against your skin, carrying the fresh scent of pine, wild sage, and earth still damp from yesterday's rain. The path stretches gently ahead of you, not demanding, not intimidating, simply waiting. Sunlight filters through the trees, illuminating only the next few steps, not the entire journey, just enough to keep moving. You notice the sound of leaves shifting beneath your feet. A gentle breeze brushes across your face. Somewhere high above, an eagle glides effortlessly across the open sky. It isn't rushing. It isn't questioning whether it belongs there. It simply trusts the current beneath its wings. Perhaps that's what alignment feels like. Not having every answer, but trusting in the next step. Take one more slow breath. Feel the solid ground beneath your feet. Notice that the trail doesn't ask you to leap to the summit. It simply invites you to begin. And maybe that's all life has ever been asking of you. Welcome to Triumphant Over Trauma. I'm your host, Gina. Today we're talking about aligned action. How to stop living from fear, obligation, and old survival patterns, and begin making choices that actually match the life your heart has been quietly asking for. There was a time when nearly every decision I made came from survival, not because I wanted that life, but because survival was familiar to me. I said yes when I simply wanted to say no. I stayed longer than I needed to, including my relationships. I convinced myself that exhaustion meant I was working hard enough, that overgiving meant I was loving well enough, that sacrificing my own peace somehow proved my worth. Looking back on those moments, I wasn't making aligned decisions. I was making familiar ones. There is a difference. Familiar feels safe because we've practiced it. Alignment feels unfamiliar because we're becoming someone we've never been before. And that's exactly where so many women get stuck. We mistake unfamiliar for doing something wrong, when really, it's often the first sign that we're finally growing. That realization changed the way I make decisions today. before I say yes, before I commit, before I move, I ask myself one question. Does this decision move me closer to the life I'm intentionally creating or closer to the life I'm trying to leave behind? What a powerful question, because trauma often teaches us to make decisions based on fear. Fear of disappointing someone, fear of failing, fear of not being enough, fear of what other people might think. But healing slowly teaches us something different. We don't have to make every decision from protection. We can begin making decisions from purpose. Alignment isn't about perfection. It's about integrity. It's about allowing your choices to reflect your values instead of your wounds. Let's stay with that for a moment, because understanding alignment is one thing. Learning to feel it, that's where life begins to change. If it feels comfortable, place both feet on the floor. Take one slow breath in and gently breathe it out. Again, take one slow breath in and gently breathe it out. Imagine yourself standing at that mountain trail once more. Notice that you don't need to see the entire path. You only need to see your next step. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Steady, supportive, certain. Place one hand over your heart and the other over your abdomen. Now quietly say, I trust myself to take the next right step. I release the pressure to have everything figured out. I am creating my life one aligned decision at a time. Take another slow breath. Notice how your body responds. Alignment often feels less like excitement and more like exhaling. As you gently return your awareness to this present moment, I'd love for you to reflect on these questions this week. Where in my life am I making decisions from fear instead of purpose? And what is one decision I've been avoiding because it requires me to trust myself? Be patient with yourself. Sometimes the answers don't always arrive all at once. Sometimes they quietly unfold as we become willing to listen. Awareness creates clarity, but clarity becomes transformation only when it's followed by action. So today, choose one action that reflects the woman you're becoming, not the woman who has been surviving, the woman who is building. Maybe it's updating your resume, submitting that application, starting the business, taking the walk, scheduling the appointment, ending the pattern, beginning the dream, whatever it is. Ask yourself one final question before you do it. Does this choice sound like fear, or does it sound like freedom? Then let your answer guide your next step, not the next 100, just the next one, because that's how mountains are climbed, one intentional step at a time. As our time comes to a close today, I hope you remember this. The life you're dreaming about isn't created through one extraordinary decision. It's created through hundreds of quiet choices that honor who you're becoming. Every time you choose peace over performance, truth over people pleasing, purpose over fear, you become more aligned with the life waiting for you. So before you return to your day, take one last slow breath with me. Inhale courage. Exhale hesitation. Again, inhale trust. Exhale the need to have every answer. Place your hand over your heart if it feels right. And remember, your next chapter isn't built by waiting for certainty. It's built by taking one brave, aligned step after another. Until next Tuesday, be gentle with yourself. Keep choosing the life that feels true to your heart. And trust that every aligned step is leading you exactly where you're always meant to be. I'll meet you here next week. Thank you for tuning in to Triumphant Over Trauma, where resilience prevails and women rewrite their stories of victory after trauma. Remember, healing is a journey, not a destination. Keep embracing your strength, cultivating resilience, and shining your light bright. You are capable of triumphing over any challenge life throws your way. Until next time, keep rising and thriving. You've got this.